Dalat at saka si
Bautista.
Oh.
In a far mountainous kingdom, a king had 3 daughters. While his eldest 2 daughters were as beautiful as any mortals can be, the youngest seemed to remain with immortal life, a goddess of all living. Her name was Psyche, and many said she was as beautiful as Aphrodite herself. And so began Psyche's trouble.
Eros! Eros!
In the cloud-filled halls of Olympus, the goddess of love was pacing the floor. She called for her young son Eros, whose magical bow and arrow could create love in her heart.
Mother, what's the matter?
My son, I have horrible news. Those miserable mortals.
What have they done, Mother?
They have committed the worst crime imaginable.
Tell me, and who will make them pay for it?
I can barely utter the words, but they have declared that the mortal princess
Yes?
is as beautiful as I am.
That's it? I thought it was something terrible.
Eros, you don't understand? I am the goddess of beauty. Goddess! Do you know what that means? No one's look can rival my own. Especially not immortals.
Is it beauty in the eyes of the beholder?
How can I expect you to understand? You were not born with my burden. When I first sprung from the sea foam, they gathered around me upon the beach and worshipped me. How glorious is Aphrodite! They cried. Beauty has been my title, my right.
What has changed? You look the exact same as you did when you were born. Gods don't age.
Yes, my skin is still as soft as it ever was. My hair has its own luster. But over time, people grow tired of the same old thing. They look for something new, something inferior. Ever since the day I was born, I've been defending my title. But my son, this is the deepest out of all.
What would you like me to do?
I need you to ruin her, of course.
You want to meet her? We fall in love with some biggest instrument?
That would be perfect. Somebody completely disgusting flesh shepherd or something. They look big for months.
Is this not the thing on the job description somewhere? I thought I was supposed to use my hours to bring love for pain.
Huh? Love is pain. You're bound to figure that out soon enough. Now, fly down to earth. Psyche is her name. We'll make her regret ever crossing the goddess of love.
And he is love. Eros, God of being and beauty.
Be careful, darling. Remember, Mother loves you.
Eros eased quickly down through the narrow sky. The stars winked out at him, softened in the dark air, and he wondered when he knew how to find love. Real love, not the cheap stuff he doled out with his flimsy arrows. The stars did not depart, and he flew on. In an earth-bound palace, the Princess Psyche sat in her chambers. She had spent the whole entire day entertaining suitors from far-off lands. They all wanted her hand in marriage, but her father had turned them all away. He was waiting for a sign from the gods. Psyche's 2 older sisters sat nearby, weeping.
So Psyche, another day of marriage proposal. You must be exhausted.
We are so jealous. We wish we were in such young faces. Sufils could flock to us.
I didn't ask them to come. Of course you didn't. That's the beauty of it all. They just show up, like flies down.
No one will like girls like us after seeing you.
Our only consolation is that when God saved you to Olympus and made you a goddess, we'll be able to visit. What an excitement.
Our little sister, the new goddess of beauty.
You two are just jealous.
lovely girl. He floated above her, invisible to human eyes.
What did she mean to your face? Come now, show me your charms.
As if in reply, Psyche raised her head from the cushion. A foreign feeling came into the god's stomach, a feeling half of delight, half of pain. His mission was forgotten. He only knew that his glorious creature before him was sad, and all he wanted was to make her supremely happy. He looked to materialize, to make himself known, and then he remembered.
I am God. She is immortal. We can never be together.
To his surprise, Eris felt his own heart breaking. How many times had he cruelly caused this pain in others? He knew one thing. He could do nothing to cause his maiden more sadness.
Mother will be furious, but I don't care. Today I have learned how love truly is.
Eris dissolved into the night, his task abandoned.
Perfect.
The following day, Psyche's kingly father received a message from the oracle of Delphi. The oracle's words were grave. The gods were angered by Psyche's beauty. The king must sacrifice her daughter or face the wrath of Olympus.
Woe and grief. Send for my daughters at once.
Father, what has happened?
Oh gods, the oracles have spoken. I must send Psyche to the mountaintop.
What have I done?
The gods are jealous against me. On the mountain, a beast will come to you, a winged serpent, and show his bride.
Psyche felt fear rising up in her throat.
I am too old and too weak to resist the will of the gods. They will destroy us if we disobey.
Psyche saw her sisters staring at her in amazement. They were not as thrilled as she had expected them to be.
Then, I guess I have no choice. I must go to be the bride of the beast.
When the next dawn broke, wailing was heard in the streets of the kingdom. Black cloths of mourning were draped from every balcony. A solemn procession led the princess up the mountain. The king tore his beard as he marched, wailing for mercy, but no mercy came. For all the weeping and gnashing of teeth, no one was brave enough to go against the will of the gods. They left Psyche there, alone on the mountain, to await her monster doom. A thin rain began to fall. Psyche wrapped her wet robes around her and closed her eyes. A faraway sound reached her ears, wind, growing louder and louder until it was almost upon her. Gone. The strange noise behind her caused no surprise. Then, an unseen force lifted her from the rock and into the air. Bright light through her eyelids caused her to open them. Ahead, the clouds had parted. Perched atop a spindly peak was a palace, shining like a noonday sun.
This is the home of the serpent.
She dared to look over her shoulders. To her shock, it was no winged beast that carried her, but a bearded little man.
You are a mistake.
Of course I'm not. You see, girl, I'm divine. Always have been.
They told me a giant serpent was coming to take me away.
Sorry to disappoint you.
You are to be my husband?
Good gods, no. The last thing I need is a wife. I'm free. Free as will the wind. Your husband is my master. Of the golden bull there is a friend of mine. And I owe him a favor too.
Is he a wicked serpent?
I've heard him called many things, but
West Wind swooped down low and set Psyche weakly upon the front step.
All ashore. Now, if you'll excuse me, it's hurricane season.
Before she could utter a thank you, the little man dissolved into a breeze and flew away. The palace doors before her opened, and behind them, there stretched a long, hushed hall.
Welcome, mistress.
Psyche saw no one within the hall.
We are here. God can see us. We are the spirits of the house. We serve the master, dear husband. Nice to meet you. The master has commanded us to give you whatever you want. I see. Tell me, what kind of being is he? He is the highness of masters. Can you tell me what he looks like? As we are invisible to you, he is invisible to us. His goodness is all that we see. Oh! The master will arrive tonight in darkness.
Psyche admitted herself to her otherworldly surroundings. The voices spoke calmly to her. The objects were lifted by invisible hands. As night fell, the voices called her to the sleeping chambers. There she lay down to await her mysterious husband. Sleep, as if another spell of the house overcame her. She awoke much later. The room was pitch black, and she felt that someone or something was very near.
Who's there?
Psyche felt his touch upon her arm.
Show yourself.
I can't.
I don't understand. You tell me not to be afraid, but you are the one who hides. I have left my home and my family to come to this place, and yet I am forbidden to see my husband's face.
You can never gain equality. For your love is all I desire, and you will never truly love me if you were to see my true nature.
How can you know that? Gladness is worse than any appearance could possibly be.
I should keep you here, and you should spend each evening as husband and wife. But when the day comes, you must be found by yourself.
That's unfair. If you make me a prisoner here, you must at least give me some rights.
This is the way that it must be. You must learn to live with this curse as I have. Trust me, Psyche.
So Psyche's life began its mysterious routine. She would spend her days often, attended by the spirits of the house. In the black midnight, her husband would return to her and caress her in the hour, but then be gone by the dawn. Their summer enchantment, even as they touched, she could never tell his true form. It shifted beneath her fingers, refusing to be identified. He loved her too enough. His attention showed it, and over time, the absence of his appearance no longer concerned her. Whatever her husband truly was, giant serpent or malignant spirit, Psyche grew to love him in return.
Spirits, can I ask you a question?
Certainly, Emily.
I know, I cannot leave, but may I receive visitors? Of course. Tell us whom you wish to see. My family, I miss them so much. Zakar will deliver them tomorrow, but know that horse today. Before the sun, they must be gone.
The next day, there was a knock at the palace doors. When Psyche opened them, her father and her two sisters stood on the front step, rubbing their eyes in wonder.
Psyche, is this a place for you? Is this where you live?
Of course, mother. This is where I have lived this many months.
Psyche explained the mysterious palace and her mysterious husband. When they had first arrived, Psyche's sister beamed with happiness, but slowly, as they saw the treasures of their new home, they began to scour once again.
So this husband of yours, he isn't really me. No, I mean,
sure he's not.
I've never seen him. Never seen him?
You mean this invisible? Like the servants you keep babbling about?
No, no. He only comes at midnight. I am not allowed to look at his face. I can love this thing. Well, yes.
Oh, Psyche, he obviously does not love you. Who would keep the woman who love Chrissy?
If he had a pretty face, why would he hide it? He's obviously some kind of monster or evil spirit. I don't think.
The gods, we can't talk some sense into you.
You're a darling, sister. Psyche. We don't want to see you become an evil prostitute. But I don't know for sure that
That's true. That's true. You don't know for sure.
he told me I am never to look at his face. You mentioned that. But the question is, why? Why does he hide his face?
Listen to us, Psyche. Tonight, while he visits, you must not go up and look upon him.
If he is a man, you have nothing to worry about.
But if he's not,
Her sister pulled a gleaming knife, the folds of her cloak.
You must end his life, or he ends yours. But
Listen to your sisters. It may be a chance.
do you want to come back and live with us?
This is so, dear sister.
Psyche nodded as the knife was passed into her own hand. After kissing her family goodbye, Psyche perched on the edge of her bed, staring solemnly at the little lamp that sat on the green-red table. The lamp had never been lit. Her knuckles grew white around the night candle. Within the night. Soon, the sun finished its journey across the sky, and darkness engulfed it. He was there, her phantom name. Tonight she remained silent, cold and uncaring. When she finally thought that he had succumbed to sleep, she stood and took the lamp in her tiny hands. She lit its flame and holding her blade, ready to strike, turned its light on the form of her lover. Once she saw her husband to gasp. Gracefully asleep in the half-empty bed was the most glorious boy she had ever seen. Golden curls bent around the handsome features of the god.
Oh, forgive me, I love you.
It was then, as she moved to snug her in, that a tiny bit of gold fell from it and landed on his perfect shoulder. His eyes flew open, quickly moving from the knife to the lamp to Psyche.
What are you doing?
Her weapon fell from her hand.
Is this all I need to you? I told you not to leave. Why did you not trust me? You betrayed me.
I thought you were a beast.
What if I had been a beast? Would you have given life through my heart?
No, it's not like that.
Silence! You're broken our agreement. The spell is over. This place will fade away and you will be alone once again. I suppose that's what you want, isn't it?
No,
Foolish girl. One can live where there's no trust. You know the one thing in life that's brought me through happiness. Go back to your people. I can stand inside of you.
I cannot do it.
There's nothing you can do now. Go back to your family.